All right, we are back from the other side. Your boy Chad here. My boy, Mr. Flight 1, DJI, Rob, the man himself. Bow, please. You guys are gonna like that guy, I'm telling you. So, speaking of Mr. DJI, Bob, how many DJI products do you own? Let's see, you own the Mavic 2 Pro. Yeah, the little handheld gimbal thing. Had a Mavic. I had those goggles too. And he wants a Mavic Mini. So let's just start here. We're going to talk about the FPV system. I know some people probably want to know what I think about it. I think it's great. We want to talk about the Mavic Mini first. So $400 for this thing is great. Love or hate DJI, right? Not DJI. The Mavic Mini is just, it's amazing. Like, I had the Spark, and I think the Spark cost about $400 or $500, not sure. But, you know, this thing is just fantastic. The only thing that would make it even better is if it had OcuSync. You fly this thing for like 30 minutes. It shoots in 2.7K. You know, people are like, oh, it's going to put drones in the hands. Look, it's got the kids playing with it and everything else like that. And they're going to ruin the hobby and everything else. And, you know, the hobby itself, it is what it is. I mean, there's probably 40 to 60,000 of us, of you and me and Rob that actually care out there. I mean, I was just watching the multi-GP live stream. There was 260 people watching the multi-GP championship race going on right now. So there's probably hundreds and hundreds of thousands of DJI flyers out there. You know, that's where we all started. I started with the F450 type of stuff back in the day. You know, the, what was it, the M2, A2 flight controller system. I can't remember which one it was. NASA M. Yeah, whatever. You know, I would have died for something like this 8-9 years ago. Sure would have saved me a lot of money. You know, Laura looks like she's having fun here with her kids and everything like that. Almost as light as a smartphone, goes up to like 4 kilometers with Wi-Fi. I've seen hit and miss. The Wi-Fi, when you're not dealing with OcuSync, stuff like that, it's just not, you know, no fun. So I still have my Mavic Pro with the long range boosted antenna on it and everything like that. I wish I still had my goggles, the white big ugly DJI goggles that I had for that Mavic. The first time that I looked through those goggles, I was like, wow. So I can only imagine what looking through the DJI FPV system goggles looks like. That is going to be something special. I know lots of people have done reviews about it and talked about it, you know, but the Mavic Mini here, this thing is ready to go. 249 grams. It even says it right on the side of it, so that way when the FPV police pull you over and make you land, you can say, dude, 249 grams. Get off my back. Get off my back, Rob, right? Exactly. So let's talk about the HD systems now. Let's just get this Bite Frost thing out of the way here. This is scary, because if this is the best that FATSHARK can come up with for now, boy, do we got problems. You take this screen, you put it into a pair of their old Transformer goggles, and, you know, or you can use it as a ground station. The breakup and stuff and everything is okay. It doesn't look too bad, but, you know, there's just no way that I personally would invest in something like this. I would never want to use a ground station and hook something up to my goggles. Just wouldn't do it. I used to do that with Connex. Connex to me actually wasn't that bad in 480p mode. In 1080 or whatever it did, the latency was just out of control. I don't know how good. I wish I still had it so I could actually test fly it these days with like the skills and that I have now. Skills to pay the bills, that's right. And the actual way the quads fly, because it would be cool to know if that's an option. They still sell it, but you know, it's just it's hard to work with, and the cables were real fragile and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll keep an eye on this bite frost thing and see where it goes over the next like 6 months to a year. I have a suspicion it'll be gone and there'll be something else back in here. So the DJI FPV system. So don't get me wrong, if I had the money right now, I would be flying this. I've got like 3 quads, 2 that I really only care to keep flying. Got the 6-inch, the 2 Source 1s. If it was up to me, I'd build another Flight 1 Source 1 and just put the air units in it and call it a day, especially since it seems like Preston has been working with them to get more integration into their firmware and flight controller stuff and whatever that they are looking at with doing with their new boards that will be coming out in the months ahead. So you don't need the control link, you know, use Crossfire. I mean, that's what you would do, right? Yep, we'd use Crossfire, put the air unit and the camera in, call it a day. The goggles, people are like, oh, the goggles, you look so bad. I mean, come on, you know, like, we're not picking up chicks with this hobby here. You know, does this look much better? My poor Dom V2s, they're so beat up. I have the cable on there and stickers and, oh man. If these things were to take a poo on me though, I would go for this. Especially since you could do the analog mod, which it looks like you get a little bit of latency with that, but you can also hack these things to 1.2 watts now, which really makes me want to get a hold of these things as fast as possible so I can hack them before they roll out a revision that you can't hack, unless they plan on just leaving that out there or cranking it up to 1.2 watts for everybody in general. Throw on some of the actual antennas, whether you go with that video aerial systems array or the true RC stuff. You know, I've seen so many review videos and so much stuff about these goggles, but really the very first one, one of the first ones that I saw where I was like, okay, this makes sense and I would get this, was Jet's, right? I mean, Jet just seems like, you know, Jordan Temkin, 2-time DRL champ, two-time. I mean, the guy just seems like the most genuine dude ever, and he's got that silky smooth voice and all that kind of stuff. And when I saw him take it out into the woods and do his tests and stuff the first couple weeks that it dropped, I was like, okay, this guy, I don't know if he had any affiliate links for it or not, whatever. He's like the only person that I actually believed. I wish more people would like throw stuff his way and let him review it if he had the time, but you know, he's got his own Project 399 thing going on and all that stuff, and you know, he doesn't want to turn into the rest of these guys now. Like, you really just can't believe a lot of these people anymore. They're getting all this stuff for free because, you know, this hobby has just sucked the life out of its own self multiple times over and over and over. And now with the whole YouTube thing going on with the kids and stuff, by the way, this video is for adults only, no children allowed. So if your kid's watching, get them out, turn it off, all that kind of stuff. You know, we're going to see more and more of that stuff. People are going to start throwing more stuff in our faces and stuff. So while you're watching this video, click on something on my Amazon links down there and go buy something, please, would you? Yeah, it was a little subtle. But anyway, yeah, I mean, man, it's great, you know? And the price of a GoPro, people still fly with GoPros with this too. It's like, I could see the pro pilots doing that and stuff, but for like this guy here, like, I don't really like sharing my flight videos and stuff anyway. I just put my flight videos up when I'm trying to show the differences between like the firmwares and maybe something that I'm trying to explain. I don't put my flight videos on Instagram or any of that kind of stuff for views and all that because, you know, let's face it, this guy here just can't fly. It doesn't look like I've been doing this for 7-8 years, but you know, it is what it is. I actually was gonna try practicing some on the sim today, but broke my TARANIS. The port in the back broke off finally, so I'm gonna have to, I guess I'm gonna have to pony up $70 and get one of those X9 lights or whatever. But you know, the DJI Experience combo for 820, you know, your GoPro's 350 and then a couple VTXs, couple cameras, you know, you're right there. So I could, you know, if I wanted to, I could probably sell my goggles, my rapid fire, and go this route. But then, like, you know, if I wanted to play with tiny whoops or something like that, you know, you just wouldn't be able to do it. You would have to keep both. So, and that's one thing I don't want to do, is I don't want to have this mixture of everything. I don't want all this stuff laying around like I've had over the years. I want things easy, calm, concise when I go fly. I don't want to take 2 remotes. I don't want to take 2 pair of goggles. I just want to throw my stuff in my heliport bag and just roll with it. So that's my thoughts. If you got the cash, I would definitely start here. I wouldn't even waste my time or money on HDO2s or any of that stuff like that. I would just go this route, fly, have fun, and then get some box goggles or something, or a used market goggles if you want to get into tiny whoops and all that kind of stuff and have a little bit of fun with your boys if you guys are into racing, that kind of stuff and everything. So, Rob, anything to add that I haven't said? Never, because I'd say too much. Yep, exactly. All right, we're gonna cut it here, guys, and we will see you on that other side.